Namaste, it's Natalie. Thank you so much for joining me again today in your practice with yoga. Today we're going to do an easier yoga flow, so go ahead and grab your mat and let's get started. So first, go ahead and grab a nice tall seat. You can place something under if that feels better on your hips and knees, that's fine. But what you want to do is really make sure you can open up your chest. So pull your ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. And go ahead and feel free to close your eyes for a moment if you feel comfortable and just notice your breath without changing it. Is it short, long? Just notice it without judgment. Then take an internal scan of your body. Is there anywhere you're holding tension? Maybe it's your face, your shoulders, your neck, your hands. Just notice it and try to release it. Now draw your awareness to the tip of your nose and take a deep inhale through it. Not forcibly, just enough. And exhale out. 4 parts of the breath. Inhale in. Pause at the top. Exhale out. Pause at the bottom. Just try to breathe on your own here. If you can, in and out of your nose. If not, don't worry. A few more times. Can you relax your jaw? Can you fix your posture? Good, just being aware. And then go ahead and bring your hands to your heart and let's set an intention for this practice. Are you worried right now? Is there a lot on your mind? Are you going through a stressful time of uncertainty, or what's going on with you? Go ahead and acknowledge it for a moment. Accept it. And set an intention that will push you forward in this life's journey. Then go ahead and take a deep breath in and embrace it. Now go ahead and place your hands down and let's go ahead and just start with some shoulder rolls, up, back, and down. Good. All the way up. If you want to add your breathing in this, you can. You inhale up. And you exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. One more, inhale up. And exhale down. Now drop your chin to your chest and gently roll each ear to each shoulder. Feel free to stop at any place that feels really good to you. Then go ahead and place your hands together, interlace them. Reach front of you and round your back. Inhale, lift your arms, lift up, up, up. If you have any shoulder issues, bent elbows are fine and slightly in front of you. But lift up, deep inhale, and let's lean over to one side. You should really open it up and just feel a nice stretch on the opposite side that you're leaning from. Then inhale, center, and over to the other side. Then inhale, center, hands behind your head. Don't push forward, but pull back the elbows. Deep breath in and out. Good, one more deep inhale and exhale. Then as you exhale, drop your chin to your chest, bring the elbows forward, and have a nice little gentle neck stretch in the back if you can. Then inhale, lift up nice and tall. We're gonna come up into tabletop. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and round on over. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. This is called tabletop. Your back is nice and flat. Next, to warm up the spine, we're gonna drop the tailbone and arch the back and drop the head and hold it here. This is called cat pose. While you're here, look at your fingertips and press into the mat so that you're not hurting your wrist. If this is too much on your wrist, come into fist. Holding it here, a few more breaths. Really engaging and arching tucking your tailbone in and arching your back as high as you can. See if you can separate your shoulder blades. And then next, go back to your tabletop, hold it here. Then we're gonna move into cow. So you're gonna arch your butt up, sticking it up, and let your belly drop down. Pull back your shoulders, lift up your head, lift up your chest, and pull back the shoulder blades. So this is called cow pose. Take a few breaths here. Notice your back is engaged as you're really trying to arch your back. Now we're gonna go between the cat and the cow, okay? So for cat, we're arching, really arching, being intentional with your movements, pressing into the fingertips, and then into cow. Now let's see if we can add breath work to it. Notice how your lungs are open here. So we're gonna try to take a deep breath in here. And as we exhale, let's go into cat. Notice how your lungs are a little bit more closed because you're engaging your core. Inhale, cow. A few times together. Exhale, cat. Back to cow. And back to cat. One last time, inhale cow, and exhale cat. Then find your tabletop again. We're gonna add some balance here. Kick your right leg back, left arm in front, and try to hold. Remember, if it's too much, you can drop your right leg or your left arm. But from here, what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to reach up, engage your back muscles, which is good for a good posture. Then exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale, open and reach. Lift as high as you can. Exhale, elbow to the knee. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, elbow to the knee. But I want you to hold your right leg back and left arm in front. Bend your right leg. If you can, try to reach for the ankle. If you can't, don't fight for it because you don't want to hurt that knee or quad. Then keep your right leg up. Left hand comes down. Kick the right leg back, squeeze your quad. What you're gonna do, you stay there, I'm just gonna show you. You're gonna go ahead and take the right leg, bring it across the left leg, and you're gonna drop your back right heel into it. So your right leg is over your left and you're dropping your heel down towards the ground for a really good calf stretch. Hold it here. Next, we're gonna add a lateral stretch of our body. So your right leg is still there and you're gonna take your hands and walk towards to see that back right leg, if you can. Watch out for this right shoulder, it kind of comes forward. So hold it here. And then you're stretching out the right side and you might even notice a stretch in the left hip. Inhale, come to the center. Pick up the right leg and place it back down to your tabletop. Feel free to roll around your wrist or again, change them into fist if you need to, that's fine. Next, left leg back, right arm in front. Let's try movement here. Lift up, deep inhale. Exhale, elbow to the knee. 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to the knee. 1 more time, reach. And exhale, elbow to the knee. Don't place it down. If you can, hold it. Place your right arm in front and then bend the back left leg. Right arm tries to reach around and grab the left ankle if you can. If you can even kick up into it, that's fine. But do what feels best for you. Wherever you are, place your right hand back down. Kick the left leg back and cross it over the right back leg. Curl the toes under and kick back into the heel. So same thing, just on the other side. So I'm just gonna show you right here. I take my left leg, it's bringing it across, and I'm pushing back down. So hold on here, really play around with it. You can even bend the back left knee. You'll get a little bit more of a higher stretch in the calf or lower stretch in the calf. And then when you straighten it, you'll notice maybe even your hamstring. So from here, we're gonna do the same thing that we did on the other side. Take your hands and walk them so you're arching this side towards your left foot. See if you can look back at it. And take this left shoulder and reach it forward, but try to relax them. You might notice a nice stretch in the left side and even your right hip. Then walk them back to center. Come to your tabletop. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around in a circular motion with our hips, up and around. Then pause, the other direction, up and around. Then from here, with your legs out wide, we're gonna do a child's pose, but wild child. If this hurts your knees, you can place something under your hips, that's fine, and come on down to child's pose and just hang out here for a second. Feel free to stack your hands and just let go for a few moments here, in and out with your breathing. Sinking into your hips a little bit more. Then go ahead and come on up to tabletop. Walk your legs a little bit closer together. Hands come about hand length in front, and let's find your nice strong plank. If this is too much, drop your knees, no worries. Holding it here. Then send your hips up to downward facing dog. If this is too far for you, you can always bend your knees, no problem, and walk your feet closer together and send your hips up, but make sure your hips are up high. If you're feeling like you could use more of a stretch, straighten your legs and really drop your heels down to the ground. But wherever you are, pull those shoulders away from the ears, slight bend in the elbows, weight into the fingertips as well so your wrists are not hurting. And just release the neck, the jaw, the face. Really good inversion. Your heart is higher than your head, so you're getting good blood flow to your brain. Deep inhales and exhales. Next, go ahead and only bend your right leg and drop your left heel down towards the ground. You're going to feel a big shift there on the left leg. Then, straighten your right leg and bend your left leg and drop your right heel down. Now what you're going to do is you're going to walk your dog. Basically, you're just bending one knee then the other, same thing, but just a little bit faster. A lot of times, people in class, when you say walk your dog, they'll start walking it up. No problem. Very easy to think that that's what it is. But just right here, this just means walking your dog. Then from here, shift your gaze up to your hands. Walk to your hands and release your neck and head. Feel free to cross your arms. If this is too much for you, don't try to go down all the way. You can stay up a little bit, that's fine. But if you can hang out here, hang out here. Relax your neck, just give it a little shake. No, 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 and yes, yes, yes. Then bend your knees and walk your feet back to downward facing dog. If this is too much of an inversion for you, which means your head is down too long, obviously you can come out of it at any time. But next, we're gonna take the right leg and bring it across the left. And then you're gonna try to keep it there as you walk forward until you feel like that's a good enough stretch. You're getting a nice IT band stretch here for some of you. Bend your knees if you need to, that's fine. And just kind of get a nice little feel for it. You can walk your hands back, that's fine too. If you have blocks, you can use them in front of your hands. Deep inhale and exhale. Next, walk your hands in front of you, bend your knees, walk your feet out of this back to your downward facing dog. Release your head and neck, shake no, 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 and yes, yes, yes. Still holding this long inversion. We're gonna do the other side, so take your left leg, bring it in front of your right. You can try to bend your knees, make sure they stay in good alignment, you're not hurting your knees, and then walk your hands back if you want to. Deep inhales and exhales. Just try to release into it. Now you're getting the other IT band. You might still notice your hamstrings. It all just depends where you're really tight. One more deep inhale and exhale here. Then bend your knees, walk your hands forward, walk your legs back, whatever feels good to you. And go ahead and pedal your dog. Walk your dog. Drop your knees gently and find your child's pose again. Then go ahead and hang out in this restorative pose for as long as you would like, just drifting away. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.